Who do I think will be the final fight in the weird route of Deltarune? Let's get the obvious out. I do not think it's going to be Susie. I think Susie's going to be the second to last boss in Deltarune, with her party of maybe Rouse, maybe Catty, maybe Birdly if he recovers from being ice cubed. I believe Susie will die in Weird Route, and how do I say this? She will be the hero who falls. She is the undying. That's why in chapter 4 she gets the hero motif. But some characters I think could be some final bosses, the final boss of the Weird Route. There is a non-zero chance that it's Sans again. I do not think so, and I don't think Toby would just repeat it, but there is a non-zero chance that the final Deltarune boss in the Weird Route will be Sans. I feel like I just don't believe it, because I think Sans is the final boss of the Genocide route in Undertale because he's experienced Deltarune before. I do not think, because during this time in Deltarune, I think he's still kind of chillax, relax, not the Sans Undertale Genocide Judge Man yet. I also don't believe it's the Roaring Knight. I think the Roaring Knight is the final antagonist if you decide not, the final antagonist if you decide not to do the weird route. I think one funny idea is Rulek's card being the last boss because he's like the joke character, but I just don't really see it. If I had a choice, I would have the final boss be Lancer, to be the ironic that the first boss you face becomes the hard, weird route final boss. And also kind of just to parallel how he has been with you since the very beginning as an enemy, and he's seen you do that messed up stuff, but that goes the same with Rulek. But who I really believe is going to be the final antagonist of the weird route kind of depends on how the story goes. If we still control Chris, I think the final fight will be against the vessel being controlled most likely by Gaster. However, if during the story of Deltarune, we, the soul, the player, are able to get what we created, our vessel, I believe Chris, with the help of Gaster, will be the final boss of the weird route, finally free from our control and trying to be the last line of defense against our weirdness, our vile actions. Will they succeed? Who knows?